As you see, the title is Give the Gift of Healthspan, the season of living longer, stronger, and better. So we talk a lot about
We
Healthspan,
always.
but I'm not sure if we've ever talked about it on our Monday calls. We talk about it on other things, but I
Sure.
mean, I think it's important to really address what it is. And also this gift giving season, right? This is the season of giving. We want to gift to others, make them happy, healthy. And instead of gifting something that is, kind of junk and they throw away or they
Sure.
don't really use, or you're kind of stretching and looking for like, oh my gosh, I have to
Which happens a
get
lot.
Aunt Sue something, and then you
Sure.
force yourself to buy something that is kind of like pointless, and then you feel like you wasted money. The most meaningful gift isn't something they use, it's something. Let me lean in. The most meaningful gift isn't something that they use, it's something that helps them live more, right? So that's where we want to talk about how you can incorporate our Live Good gift certificate into helping others, as well as yourself, always with increasing their health span. So do you want to say more of the
Yeah.
difference between health span and lifespan, or do you want
Yeah,
me to
but I
go there?
also want people to comment to me in the comments section what it kind of means to them to increase the health span.
Oh, I like it.
I'd love to see what you guys are looking for out of this discussion.
I like it.
Because before you define the two, I also think it's cool because when you're talking and when you're talking to somebody else, the more that you believe in it, the more that you're willing to share in a sense, right?
Sure.
Like so, or how about this, the other way around? The more you share it, the more you start to realize the things you're saying are true. And when you're talking about fundamental things in like health span, it's not always about product. We're not talking about just product. We're talking about different topics related to health span. So
Definitely.
it
A
just
lot.
sort of manifests and becomes truth to you.
Oh, yeah. A lot goes into it. A lot
It
really goes
does.
into it. So we all have a goal to live a long life, right? And maybe some people say live a long, happy life. But what about living a long, healthy, and happy life? That's that health span, right? So the goal is to live as long as you can in a healthy state. Otherwise, you're living a long time, but those last could be 10 to 20 years of your life. You're not really living, right? You're unhealthy, you're unwell, you don't feel good, so it restricts you from a lot of things.
It does.
So
Changes your life entirely. You might
100%.
have been used to driving a car for 50 years, and then all of a sudden you're told, nope, hang up the keys.
Right.
You might have been playing like tennis or pickleball or going skiing out with the family. Nope, hang it up. We don't want that,
Right,
you know?
right. So you have to make changes for yourself and also encourage your loved ones to do it. And a lot of
Exactly.
times, like you say, for those of you that have been taking our products and you're doing wonderful and you actually really feel the benefits,
Yeah.
and you might be talking about it with your cousins, your friends, your coworkers, whatever it is. But it's time now, that gift giving season. So to help them take that next step, gift them with the gift card or gift certificate option. And with that, they can do many things, right? We do have our membership option,
Yep.
which saves you on our products. So
Sure.
they could actually take that gift certificate to get a year membership. And then they're going to just buy their products all year. I mean, it's really just a wonderful thing. You always want to make sure you're helping others. And this is a wonderful way to do it and reach many other people, right? So, I mean, your kids' teachers,
Sure. Yeah.
like,
The service personnel that comes around your house, whether you have a trash recycling crews, whether you have
right.
pool service, whatever it might be, landscape.
Yeah, you got to spread,
Hmm.
health and wellness, really. So, okay, that's our season of giving, season of living. That is where we are.
Yeah.
Our season of giving equals the season of living. We want to dive into a little bit about health span. And I think how we're going to address this is we kind of broke it down, health span, into four different categories. And we're going to just broadly discuss the categories today. And then you have to continue to watch us because we're going to continue to add trainings on other Mondays that are going to dive into those specific topics and cover like what or let's call them pillars, and cover what live good supplements we can pull into those pillars of health.
Yeah. And so listen, here's what Ruth says. Yes, exclamation point. I'd rather live a shorter, healthy life than a long, not so healthy life. That I agree, right? Because think about it. You want to be able to call your day. Yeah. You know, I won't go into too much about it, but like if you could line up your health span with your lifespan. So the lifespan is the amount of time you live, right? Health span is how long of that time you live healthy. Whatever that means to you, right? What does healthy mean to you? To be able to get on the floor and crawl around and wrestle with grandchildren, that should be probably a goal for everybody. Or at least be able to get like mobility, right? Activities of daily living, getting up, say you live in a 2-story. How long do you want to live in that house before somebody tells you you cannot live in that house any longer?
Right.
Right? Rugs and carpets and tripping hazards, that shouldn't be a concern if you've got good mobility, good sight, good hearing, good faculties, good everything
Balance,
around
yeah.
you, good balance, good strength. And so you want to be able to call your day. You'd like for those two paths to intersect, and that be it.
Yeah.
Abrupt. I hate to say it's awfully morbid, but it's true.
Yep. But the choice is yours for yourself, and you can help others, make that choice for themselves as well. So important. Somebody asked increments. The gift certificate are $50 increments. So, I mean, it's also a great thing to do for a family. Say there's a family of 4 and you want to give them the $100 gift certificate, because we have something for everybody. And it really helps introduce them to something really so amazing and life-changing. Really does. So I'm going to touch on now the 4 pillars of health span, and I might briefly talk about a few of our products, but again, we're not going to go into detail. But pillar number 1, we've put into cellular energy and mitochondrial support. Your mitochondria, you hear us talk about it.
Talked about it last week as I was falling asleep in our Zoom.
Right. Your
I was like,
mitochondria were
my
down.
mitochondria were off last week.
Do you ever notice like when you might have an
No.
off time, maybe you feel like you're run down, maybe something's threatening? I mean, it has a lot to do with your mitochondria for sure.
Yeah.
But your mitochondria determine your energy, metabolism, aging rate, vitality. I mean, so important to make sure we're optimized.
Yeah.
We are in the near future, we're launching a couple other products that can help in this category. Like, our
NAD. We all know about NAD.
Our NAD plus strips.
Great for for mitochondrial support.
Yeah. So when those are launched, that's
Where's our methylene blue?
Well, right here, I just have our foundational 5-pack because, like I said, we're going to be talking about a ton of stuff. But yes, our NAD strips that will be coming in the future, methylene blue, 100%. Essential aminos, they just support the muscle strength, recovery, our protein, always super greens, polyphenols, alkalizing nutrients. So it's super important to be addressing pillar number 1, cellular energy and mitochondrial support. And again, I don't want you to think about you're addressing one at a time, but these are just things that every day we need to be supporting. I'm just have them in any random order when I go through pillars 1 through 4. So remember, energy is an age. So don't think I'm 60, that's why I have no energy, or I'm 70, that's why I have whatever it is. It's not an age, it's mitochondria. And your mitochondria are modifiable. That's a big deal.
Oh, yeah, they are.
It's a really big deal.
They are modifiable at any stage of life, at any age. Absolutely.
So don't ever sit there and think, I'm just getting older. It is what it is.
And when people start saying that, they're just trying to discount and try to justify or marginalize why they feel so crummy.
Yeah.
And they're not making the lifestyle changes, and they're not incorporating healthy habits, right? And so those are the types of things that we want to talk about too. But here's Alex says, be super healthy, run around, climb trees, roofs, etc., and get old graciously with a smile, not without pain.
Yeah.
Right. Mitochondrial support. You want to be able to move around, run healthy, be able to run a 5K or walk a 5K for turkey trot. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So anybody can do it. And again, with the gift certificate option, you're helping others do it as well. Okay, then pillar number 2, I have inflammation and immune support. And we all know this. I mean, inflammation, silent killer. Our immune system has got to be strong. These two combine together. Low-grade inflammation. Low-grade,
chronic.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Low-grade chronic inflammation is the number 1 driver of aging, pain, and chronic disease.
Yeah, that's going to stem from that oxidative stress. Where else? What else would be triggering the immune system? What else would be tricking the immune system to think that there's a problem? It's typically oxidative stress.
Right.
It's eating those inflammatory foods, tearing open a package of bonbons, or eating lots of candies or high sugar, highly refined carbs, things like that. Let alone the environmental exposures and the sodas, whatever.
And the lack of movement, lack of physical activity,
sleep, or whatever the things are.
Yeah. So, and what we're talking about now is, you notice, like we like to say pillars, but now we're kind of incorporating like pillars of health. Right.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were.
These are pillars, but yeah.
But
I like
what you're doing.
But this incorporates our products. Okay, so kind of products that we'll eventually touch on with theirs, like your Factor 4, Super Reds, vitamin D3, K2, multivitamin, of course.
Well, the reds and greens, because you want all those phytonutrients to neutralize the free radicals.
Right, right. But with the whole thing, pillar 1, 2, 3, 4, this is going to be all of them.
Oh, it's gonna come on.
I already said super green summer, but again, it
Right.
all ties in. It all ties in together, guys. Super
Half your
important.
head is cut off on the Instagram feed, but there you go.
But they can see you.
I'm trying. I'm staggered so far behind you. Sorry, that's why I'm in tandem, basically.
So lowering inflammation is one of the fastest ways to extend health span. Okay. Factor 4 is our number one anti-inflammatory. And I will always tell people, if you have that low-grade chronic inflammation, I want you to increase the dose. Okay. Always wise to discuss things with your doctor, because there is fish oil, get in the blood, make sure you're on medications, all that jazz. But I mean, you can go up to 6.
You forget that nonsense. I mean, look, the truth of the matter, I know, right? We do that a lot. We kind of like, well, I'll check with your doctor. But omega-3 fatty acids have been demonstrated and shown, the FDA's qualified health claim, at 1 gram will start to lower some of the inflammatory mediators and some inflammatory markers, right? At 3 to 4 grams will lower triglycerides, can help with HDL, but there's a lot of stuff going on there. But you would have to take 2 soft gels a day to basically get the 1,000 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids.
Right.
And then
For that low-grade chronic inflammation.
6 to 8 to get to the 3 to 4 grams, which is where, you're really using it like that. It's similar to the drugs that are on the market, Lovasa, right? But that's why it works so well. It is pretty well known that these omega-3 fatty acids work.
Super powerful. I mean, personally, we take 4 per day. That's,
and our omega index is great. When we do blood work, our omega index is amazing.
Yeah. So make sure you get rid of that inflammation. And again, I always talk about it. Like you might think, how do I know if I have chronic low-grade inflammation? But these are like the little red flags that come up here and there, like a little bit of achiness here, stiffness in your joints. That can be a lot of the inflammation. Certain gut health issues. I mean, all this stuff. Yeah. Inflammation presents itself all over in different ways. So anytime you have something going on, it's like a little red warning flag saying like you need to start taking care of yourself a little bit better.
Yeah, prolonged issues, prolonged irritability, things you start to, again, marginalize because you're getting older or whatever.
Yeah, don't brush anything under the rug, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Pillar 3, gut health, detox, and microbiome balance. So these really all go hand in hand, but your gut influences your mood, your immunity, your weight, your hormones, autoimmunity, inflammation. Gut's very important. You've often heard it referred to as your second brain, but as I just read there, your gut does so much more. And you don't necessarily have to have these negative GI symptoms to have gut dysbiosis or inflammation in your gut, so you got to make sure you're taking care of it. We do have several things, and I hope you all are already taking them, but we have our probiotic gut support. That's prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, great stuff in there. It's like a wonderful, like all-in-one for that healthy gut. We have our organic fiber. Okay, super important to get that soluble, insoluble fiber, essential for digestion, blood sugar, big one there, hormones. Our liver support, right, which also has NAC, which helps your body produce more of its own glutathione. Very important. Detox pathways, antioxidant protection. Part of that whole process with the detox, we have our chlorophyll and our zeolite detox, daily gentle detox, heavy metal binding, all this junk that we're exposed to on a regular basis. Again, we can't live in a bubble, and I don't want you to live in a bubble, but you have to know that we're exposed to so much, even when we do our very best, because we can't control everything. And collagen peptides. So a lot of times people think just the collagen, the hair, skin, nails, which is wonderful for that, but really important for your gut lining. Really important for your gut lining. So remember that, right? We want to make sure we have a strong barrier, and you have to be able to, you have to be supplementing with collagen to either repair that or keep that nice and strong.
Yeah, and then going back to sort of that warning signs, when you have prolonged irritability or low moods and things like that, it could certainly be a gut dysbiosis issue. Whereas think about it, most of your serotonin, like 70% or more, can be manufactured and stored. Serotonin is essentially that neurotransmitter that controls mood in many ways. It's actually the main primary neurotransmitter that the drugs try to interrupt and treat and increase the amount of. So think about things like that. You know, that's really important. And that's just one example how powerful the gut is.
Right. And it kind of can go back and forth. We're just saying, so you have like the stress and irritability, chronic stress going on, that then will disrupt your gut. Stress will do that, right? And then the disruption of the gut and the symptoms that might present itself, and they are in turn are going to affect your brain, and they're going to make you even more moody and irritable. It's kind of a vicious cycle. Got to take care of your gut.
Exactly.
Got to make sure we're detoxing process properly. So think of a healthy gut is the control center for long-term wellness. Right? You've got to take care of it. And of course, feed it right. We know that we need to feed it right. And then the fourth pillar that I pulled together, we have stress, sleep, mood, and nervous system support. So I know it's a big one, but a lot of it goes hand in hand. So chronic stress, which is what we were just kind of talking about, that is going to disrupt the gut. It shortens lifespan and dramatically reduces quality of life. Right? So that's a big deal again, reduces quality of life because again, our goal is to live as long as we can in a healthy state. But if we're chronically stressed and reducing our quality of life, that's not a healthy state going on there. So we need to make sure we're supporting it all so it can all take us to the end. So our magnesium, our mighty magnesium.
It covers every category.
Super important. Pull back in the super greens. If you're in the US, we have our CBD products, really great for mood, sleep, stress, but also good for inflammation. Tie that back into there. Just great nervous system regulation in general. Your multivitamins, containing the B vitamin complex.
Yeah.
I think B vitamins kind of go underrated. A lot of people know of B12. Oh, I need more B12 for my energy. But getting the full B complex helps support so much in your body. And these little deficiencies in vitamin, how many vitamin Bs are there?
I mean,
B1 to all the numbers. I'm like trying to think of how many B vitamins are there. They do so much for your body. So just a little deficiency in one of them that you might think is so minor because you've never heard of that, before, it's a big deal. So you got to make sure you're doing it. Better sleep, lower stress. What does that equal? Longer, healthier years of life. Right? All of this combined. So again, we sectioned it in pillars, but these need to be all combined and taken into account together. Like this is the whole thing, right? The body as a whole, we need to take care of it. We need to support it. We need to make sure our health span equals our lifespan. That's our goal. The power is in your hands. You were put here for a reason. So, make sure you don't take advantage of that and help others. We really want, that's again, the season of giving. We really want everybody to be able to understand that they have the power to take care of themselves. And some people just need that little push of getting a gift certificate to say here, or buying them a pack and saying, here you go. Here's your first pack, on me. I really want you to get started on this. You're going to feel amazing. Start taking it your first month. Give yourself at least 3 months before you start assessing change. People do need pushes here and there. We're all human, right? We all have our own
100%
issues in life. So
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, make sure someone says, hit the like button, please. If you guys haven't, thank you. If you guys haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. We love your comments. We love your feedback. Have you seen any questions coming in or?
Yeah.
Can you section the pillar products presented as a package sale on its own? Oh, I like that. I like that. Yes, because like I said, we're going to go through each one in the weeks to come and dig into each of the pillars. But I like being able to organize them. And again, if it's not something on our website that we add as like a pack, when we go through these each Monday, I'm going to have a specific stack for each pillar, 100%. What are your thoughts?
I was just scrolling.
Anything? So again, let's talk about holidays. Why the holidays are a perfect time for health span support. We have immune challenges. We have a daughter home sick right now, maybe with the flu. But it's everywhere. It's flu is running rampant in their school. We know that, lots of people are getting sick this time of year. High sugar, alcohol, stress, parties after parties after parties. I was already thinking we had a volleyball party last night, and then I have a cookie exchange party Thursday, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is it's little things, great stuff, But, right, it's less sleep, it's higher sugar, it's more stress
That's
because
right.
you're out of your routine.
Mhm.
People stop their routines in general. If you're a parent, your kids get out of school, and sometimes it's really hard to stick with your routine when their routine is completely off.
That's true.
A great time now too, families reconnect. Maybe you're getting together with family members you haven't seen maybe since last year, maybe 3 years ago. Great time to reconnect and plant seeds of like what you're doing in your life to take care of yourself. It's spread it. And also this time of year, people are ready for a fresh start. We know this at the
Sure.
end of every year, people start saying thinking about the negative of what they did wrong and what the positive of what they want to do better. People are ready for a fresh start with the new year approaching, and there's no better way to have a fresh start than by taking care of themselves. Right?
Yeah, that's a
And I wrote down
great point.
so instead of buying something that these people are going to forget in a month, give them something that they're going to feel every day. That's
Yeah,
a
love
big
that.
deal. It's a
That's
big
good.
deal.
Yeah.
I had some examples. Sometimes giving gifts like you have a new mom, right? I'm just giving other ideas of gift certificate use
Sure.
beyond, holiday time, but a new mom, give them a gift. An athlete that is going to some great competition or just someone that's a great athlete, right? We have great packages for that. Your loved ones getting older, your seniors, your students, kids going off to college. I mean, just all kinds of different stuff. Busy parents,
Neighbors, anybody. Yeah.
neighbors, teachers. If you have a work environment where you have your colleagues or team under you, you could have incentives where this is an award that you earn. You could have them for like Secret Santa gifts. Just so many different opportunities to be able to use this to gift others the gift of life. So, yeah.
Great.
And you said no other questions,
Great, 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 great.
right?
I was just going through them.
Oh,
Just
no,
like,
no questions? Okay.
yeah,
All right.
we saw
Awesome.
a lot of comments, a lot of questions.
So give the gift that truly matters in life, not more stuff.
Yeah, not more.
We all have too much stuff.
Yeah,
We don't need more stuff.
I agree with that.
This gives more strength. This betters their health span. It's really one of the most powerful things you can do for someone. Yeah.
Somebody asked when we'll have the NAD. They'll probably, it'll be this year.
Which is almost over, so that means soon,
Yeah, I mean
right?
soon. Yeah, but with the holiday shipping schedule and things, we'll see if
Mm,
it launches. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But soon, 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 soon. Couple of weeks.
yeah,
But are you done?
I think I think so.
I was thinking maybe I didn't want to go off too much on a tangent, but a lot of it, if you're talking about like the idea we keep saying is give the gift of life, just because you're surviving doesn't mean you're thriving a lot of times. So there's easy ways to kind of get you into that next higher category closer to optimal health.
Hmm.
And we talk about supplementation, of course, being one. And other pillars that we usually talk about, like we did mention today, a lot of those are important. The stress management, the sleep optimization, the exercise component, getting out and moving, even though it's winter and it's tougher, but you still have to build that in every single day
Hmm.
with more frequency, nutrition and food and stuff and all of that. But really, the importance of supplementation is so unique because if you think about what RDAs are and what the suggested guidelines are, they're just so inadequate. They're simply there to prevent disease. That's it. That is it. They're not there to encourage or optimize health. So we've gone over this in the past too. But again, when you're talking about sharing supplements and how they can make a change in people's lives, there's a lot of reasons why you should supplement. And that should reinforce a lot of it. It's the fact that we're just not getting enough of it in our daily diets and out of our food and things that we're doing. So,
Right.
and then we deplete it a lot in a lot of ways because you see drug medications induce depletions, right?
Big time.
Stress depletes, exercise depletes, caffeine, certain things we drink, alcohol would deplete. There's a lot of that, right? So,
Right.
there really is a product for everybody. Whether it's magnesium that really covers base virtually almost every category. It's probably the most utilitarian between that and factor 4.
Right.
The
Yeah.
D3, which we know is important, the multivitamin. So I like what you did. You put the daily essentials pack plus a little bit more. It's important.
Yeah.
It can change people's lives.
Big stuff. Big stuff. So remember, health span is about living longer. It's about living better. It's not about living longer. It's about living better. And we're here to help you and help you help others with our gift certificate to live better
Yeah.
and optimize your health. So log into your account. If you don't have an account, start an account with LiveGood, www.livegood.com. Scroll all the way down on the shop section, and you will see at the very bottom we have a gift certificate option. It's increments of 50, and all you have to do is enter your information, the email address, and the name of the person you want to gift it to. We take it from there. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Please make sure you always email me. I do see some ones coming in that are not exactly the topic today, but I'm happy to answer your questions. So shoot me over an email as always. And I think next, unless a product gets launched in between this Monday and next, we will address Pillar 1 next week.
Yeah, awesome, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.